class. Tera Laho went out in the first moto and won that one, so the pressure is really on Christy Carlson.
It's a must-win situation for Christy Carlson. She's had a 5-year win streak. It could be snapped today, and anything could happen. That is really the most exciting race out here today.
Once again, we are on the Atlantic Ocean for this race, and the IJSBA has set up an interesting course, waves and all. Let's have a look.
Well, waves is right. That is the key this week, and a real equalizer. The start, because of that, will not be quite as critical as usual. Left-hand sweeping first turn, a sharp right, that's a good turn to pass in. A switchback section down the front straight, then the split. You can go to the left or to the right. They come back out together down the back straightaway. It's going to be an interesting race course.
Tera Laho from Lake Havasu City, Arizona, right next to Christy Carlson from San Diego, California. Those are the two riders to watch today. Coming into this weekend, totally tied, 271 apiece. And those are the two who will battle it out for the national champion here in this second moto. Today we had rains earlier in the day, but things have calmed down. Great racing conditions today, Larry, and it looks like we're going to have a clean start right off the bat.
Christy Carlson with a great jump. Tera Laho having some kind of problem off the line. She looked up at the starter. I'm not sure what was going on there, but Christy Carlson taking advantage of the situation and a big hole shot.
Christy Carlson with a huge hole shot on this, the second moto. Very important for her if she wants to wrap up the national title. Tera Laho in the back of the pack as they approach that first turn. It looks like Tera Laho, it looks like she bangs into Michelle Baynes. We'll get back to that. But meanwhile, Christy Carlson continues to lead. She has got the smooth water now.
She's got the smooth water and she is far out in front, avoiding all the tangling going on behind her. And out of all that chaos, Jill Orton comes through and moves into the second spot.
But right now on boat number one is the defending national champion, Christy Carlson, leading this race as we get the green flag and they begin the course. Christy Carlson looking very strong as you see Christy today if she wants any shot at winning the national title.
And the interesting thing here is that we are on a moto system. Tera won the first moto. If Christy were to win the second moto is the tiebreaker. If Tera was to finish even second, they would be tied, but Christy would get the win by virtue of winning the second moto.
And there we see a shot of Michelle Baynes still in the water, looks pretty seriously hurt. She was involved in that collision with Tera Laho in the first lap. We will check in and find out what her status is, but right now Tera Laho, she escapes any serious injury in her collision with Michelle Baynes. She currently runs in third place and really needs to move up and take first place if she wants to dethrone Christy Carlson on the national title.
Another interesting scenario here. Both Jill Orton and Tera Laho ride for ProTech Yamaha on the same team. Will Jill pull over and let her go? I don't know, but Tera is not going to wait for that. She has chosen the left-hand side of the split. Jill is on the right. This will be a key factor here.
Tera Laho takes the inside, and Jill Orton goes to the outside. We'll see if she'll beat her to the pass. It looks like she gets it done, Larry. She gets around that corner first. So Tera Laho now moves into second place, and the battle is on for the national championship as Michelle Baynes is brought in, and that's a hard way for her to finish the race. But let's go back and look at the start.
Well, without a doubt, Christy Carlson was focused on the start. Great jump off the line, but look at Tera Laho on the white boat left of your screen. A rubber band has wrapped around her arm. She has to let go of the handlebars and shake it off. That gives her a tremendous disadvantage. She goes into the first turn in third place. On the other hand, Christy Carlson well out in front. Now watch what happens. The second place rider, Michelle Baynes and Tera Laho, they've come together. Here's another look at it. Michelle Baynes goes into the turn. Tera Laho comes in. Hard to say whose fault it is, but they hit extremely hard. A lot of fiberglass exchange there. Michelle took the worst of that brunt, and Jill Orton took advantage of that situation and snuck in for second.
Back to our racing. Christy Carlson continues to lead, followed by Laho, Orton, Norwood, and Tami Sarazen, but all our eyes are on position 1 and 2, and we'll have more right after this. And welcome back to beautiful Daytona Beach, Florida. Stop number 10 of the 1993 IJSBA National Tour, the Budweiser Watercraft Series, the Westcoast Performance Nationals. Todd Harris along with Larry Rippenkroger, and we are in the middle of the women's moto race number 2. Christy Carlson with a very healthy lead, and that is not good for Tera Laho. Meanwhile, we have Jill Orton, Tami Sarazen, and Dawn Wood also chasing the leader. But right now, it's all up to Tera Laho to win the national title. It is all on her shoulders. Unless Christy Carlson has some kind of major accident, it looks like she's going to take it this year.
Well, Christy looks real solid right now. She has found that zone. She has got the rhythm going. She is flowing, and it really looks effortless right now. She looks tough to beat.
Tera Laho, a true competitor, and she feels very confident coming into this race today at Daytona Beach.
Either what happens, I think I'm going to come out a winner. I'm either going to win or win big, and I'm just going to let it all hang out this weekend and try to make it to the top.
There's a championship competitor for you. Irregardless of how she does, as long as she puts in her best ride, she feels like she's a winner.
Meanwhile, Jill Orton holds down the third place position, a very consistent rider all year. But right now, the name is Christy Carlson, and she is looking to add another national championship to her mantle, looking very strong, as you mentioned earlier, Larry. Christy gets in a zone, her turns look smooth, her riding is very strong, and she's going to be hard to beat, and Tera is going to be very hard-pressed to catch her.
Well, what a great comeback year this will be for Christy. White flag coming out last lap. This has been a weird year for Christy.
It's been very educational for me this year. I've had a lot of good times and some times where I wondered, geez, is this fun? But it was great. It was a good learning experience in many ways that's going to really help me in my future of this racing career.
And a true sign of a champion there. Christy Carlson can laugh at her own mistakes, but right now, no one's laughing because she is running away with this race. The only person close to catching her is Tera Laho, and in order for her to do that, she is really going to have to get on the gas and hope Christy has some problems through some of these turns.
Less than a half a lap to go, and for Tera Laho, but she had her claws on that national championship after she won the first moto today. Things were looking very promising for an upset victory, but it was not meant to be. Christy Carlson once again on top.
Christy Carlson, a true champion, will take home the national title as she gets the checkered flag, and a very gratifying win for her after all the trials she's had this year. Probably one of the first years she has really been pushed to the very limit, and this one came down to the final race. But congratulations also to Tera Laho, who is our 1993 women's runner-up. But for Christy Carlson, it's 5 national championships in a row. Her and Bill Chapin celebrate this moment, something they'll remember for a long time. Right now, though, it's time for this week's Team Profile.
One of the most vital pieces of personal watercraft.
There we see the final results of the Pro Women Moto number 2. Let's go down to Larry Rippenkruger, who's with our winner.
Well, congratulations, Christy Carlson. I would have to think that's probably one of the most gratifying wins of your life.
Absolutely. I could not be happier. I'm in cloud 9.
On the starting line, you actually looked nervous. First time I've seen that in a while. You were pacing around. What was going through your mind at that point?
Just total focus. There's no room for any mistakes. I mean, it was the bottom of the 9th, bases loaded, 2 outs, and man, I had to do it. I had to do it, so I was just focused.
Well, I guess the fat lady can sing now, huh?
Amen.
Congratulations, Christy.
Thanks, Larry.
Congratulations to Christy Carlson, our 1993 Women's National Champion. She is followed by Tera Laho, Michelle Baynes, Dawn Wood, and Tami Sarazen. When we come back, we will have the Prime Cup Sport Modified Final. Stay with us.